नहीं दे देंगे। हायर एजुकेशन इज मेड फॉर वर्किंग पॉपुलेशन ऑल्सो। कोई व्यक्ति काम करता है, पॉलिटेक्निक पढ़ने के बाद जॉब पे आ गया, हमें उसको अपॉर्चुनिटी देना पड़ेगा एजुकेशन इकोसिस्टम से, जो इस बार एनईपी ने एनविजन किया गया है। मल्टीपल एग्जिट एंट्री, ये अर्थ क्या है? वो कभी भी पढ़ाई छोड़ के जॉब में जा सकता है, जॉब से लियोन लेके आके पढ़ाई कर सकता है। ये तो थ्योरेटिकली ठीक हो गया। उसकी आर्किटेक्चर भी हम लोगों ने भी बनाई है, और उसमें जो जाएगा वो सारे ट्रैवल करेगा, एंट्री करेगा, एग्जिट करेगा, ही नीड ए व्हीकल ना। व्हाट इज दैट व्हीकल? दैट व्हीकल इज स्वयं प्लस।
And very, very happy to be part of the SWAYAM Plus portal. We are offering a few courses in the Indian knowledge systems domain. And we're very happy because, now we can reach out to more student and learner base through this initiative. There's a lot of buzz around about Indian knowledge systems, and more people, especially in the universities, industry, they want to know more about it, get a lot of insights. Just as it was emphasized, not just technical knowledge, but also humanities, about our heritage, science, and culture. So that way, very happy to be offering these courses and hope it benefits learners through this 5 Plus initiative. Thank you.
Hi, this is Amrinder, founder and CEO of a company called SmartBridge. We have been in education for the last 8 years, making students job ready using project-based learning. And here we are at SWAYAM Plus launch event, one of the exciting event for all the universities and students, which is having a lot of benefits for the students to become job ready professional. And many industries join together to bring in industry skill specific the programs to the students so that the professional readiness of the students can be achieved using the SWAYAM Plus portal. And we have partnered with SWAYAM to bring in project-based learning to the students, which will help them to become job ready. And universities can have a lot of benefit by through SWAYAM Plus platform, where industries approved skill embedded programs are going to be part of the curriculum soon.
Hi, I'm Vignesh Raja. I represent FIRST. We are primarily a business research and consultancy firm. We realize that there is an imminent need for food science and food technology focus. We felt the imminent need to initiate something which is called as an academic outreach division. While we have focused on food science and food technology as the basis, we realize that a lot of people across the stream, whether it is microbiology, biotechnology, dairy, agri, and a whole lot of areas also benefit from this endeavor. And now that the SWAYAM Plus is on, we feel that this will help in accelerating the gap in the ecosystem. So while we feel that the professors and the faculty have been doing an amazing job providing the theoretical framework and content, we feel that initiatives like this from partners like us will really help serve the community, the student and learning community. And another initiative we have always been observing, or observation we've been having, is that while all of these endeavors are focused on the academia community, we feel that a lot of people in the industry who have some experience also want to constantly keep scaling up. And we really feel that this, the endeavor from the government, the SWAYAM Plus, will definitely be a game changer and will play a very, very pivotal role. And we are excited to be part of this initiative, and we'd love to make a difference in this. Thank you so much.
So visit SWAYAM Plus now.
Visit SWAYAM Plus now. Do visit SWAYAM Plus now. Please visit SWAYAM Plus now. Visit SWAYAM Plus now. Immediately.
Credit is a part of any success process. After that, you get a credit. Courses will be multilingual. Internship and placement is a part of the SWAYAM Plus. AI level chatbot will guide the courses supposed to participate as per your interest. Employability focus, that is our prime area. The prime focus that every student after uni must get a proper job. A proper job is a job of suitable relevant qualification.
The Swayam Plus has two important purposes. Number one, for a fresher, this gives a single window opportunity to augment whatever the fresher has learned in the college with new skill sets that can make them readily employable. Number two, for the already employed, this gives an opportunity to upgrade, upskill themselves, and this supports what we term in the national education policy as lifelong learning.
This is a great way for us to empower the youth of this country, as well as create opportunities for upskilling. So I think it's a great initiative. I'm absolutely delighted to be here.
तकनीकी शिक्षा के बच्चे हैं, इनको तो भविष्य के लिए बहुत अच्छा रहेगा।
देखा है तो इनका बहुत फायदा हुआ है, और जो नया अपग्रेड आया है उसके लिए बच्चों के लिए बहुत अच्छा होगा।
Courses which will be beneficial for the students as well as the industry, because they will be able to link industry with the curriculum. Beyond, I will say beyond the curriculum.
Hi, my name is Sharad and I represent 360 Digit MG. We are into professional trainings and consulting. Today, I'm going to express my joy with the tie-up that we are having with Swayam Plus, which is a government initiation, and we are very, very, I should say, privileged to get into an MOU. This would enable us to reach out to a wider audience, which will also help, I should say, the students from tier 3, tier 2 areas as well. Providing education, quality education is the primary objective of Swayam Plus, and we also concur with that. So this synergy is going to definitely help the wider audience as well as the motto or vision that we carry along with Swayam Plus. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Gerald Jaydeep. I'm the CEO of Madras, Asia's largest healthcare edtech company. So Madras' portfolio of courses is largely focusing on improving clinical outcomes for doctors after they finish their undergraduate program. Out of the 100,000 doctors that graduate out of medical schools in India every year, a fair number of them understand disease management, but not patient care and patient outcome. In a healthcare setting, invariably what happens is a patient walks through the door rather than a disease. And what we do through online education model is to bring in patient-centric education across various disease management areas. Today, our portfolio has over 25 different specializations and super specializations. And that's where the beauty of Swayam as a platform starts coming in.
He's going to see it.
It's very difficult to find a person who is very good in statistics, because statistics as a subject has been chosen by very, very few persons, because its interest doesn't come. If you can ask anyone up in this hall how many persons are from statistical background, you will find very few. So we are targeting those also, because in the era of mathematics, technology, computing, targeted measuring, it is equally important to have courses related to that.
Hello, everyone. A very happy evening to all of you present for this awareness session on upskilling on electronics and embedded technology with IoT, a hands-on training by IIT Madras. I take this opportunity to welcome Professor Sarathi, Dean Planning, IIT Madras, and Project Head of Swayam Plus. Over to Dr. Sarthi.
Hello. Hello.
Yes, sir.
Madam.
You can go ahead, sir.
Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
How many of them have joined in this meeting?
50, sir.
Only 50 students. Okay, fine. Good afternoon, and thank you so much for joining for this meeting. I am the Swayam Plus coordinator. I just wanted to emphasize that Swayam Plus is much different from Swayam. If you look at Swayam, basically a sort of tailor-made course associated with your curriculum, it will be emphasized. But Swayam Plus is something very different. It tries to bridge you between academic as well as the industry. By carrying out this course, you will get a complete glimpse about how the industry is working. That is one of the important aspects. I just wanted to tell you the very purpose of this Swayam Plus is, one is empowering any individual. Every individual we wanted to empower. Enabling himself directly to the industry which you would like to, or the domain in which you wanted to go ahead like. That is our first intention. And the second one is, basically I have to tell you that you should get a job on completion of your course. That is the first job priority. Second one is the people who would like to go for further studies. People in general, people think that industry, how that it works, that sort of a feeling you will not get, because you are getting a skill development in that particular domain. What industry is looking at, by doing this course. So that way, empowering yourself for further studies is also, this is going to be basic. Don't think that skill development is exclusively for you to get a hands-on and get a job. It is not that way. A person with academic interest know complete detail about how industry performs and what is the industry requirement is. So that will give you a good feel about how the transformation, translational work, one it can carry out, that advantage you will get. The third important thing is, once you know the basic idea, that could be it can kindle you to go for further studies. So it is not associated only with a job. It will also empower you to go for further studies. It will also enable you to do translational work, right? It means you can go for PhD or MS or whatever it is. So that way, this is going to be a multi level of empowerment which we are trying to work on, right? And particularly IIT Madras try to provide you. We are trying to work on with multiple courses. At least at present, we have worked on with 3 courses. The first course, Fundamentals of Electronics and Embedded System, where we start the fundamental aspect, what is not mostly not covered in curriculum, right? Laboratory classes is taken in a wider perspective, but here a little more focus is given, and a little more hands-on will be provided, and you know what exactly is expected from you. For example, if you are trying to have a diode circuit, particularly half-wave rectifier circuit, what are all the means? Theoretically, you will know, and here you will understand how the ripple content has to be reduced, and what are all the means by which ripple can be minimized. All that you will try to work on as a hands-on, right? It is not restricted only with the diode circuit. We go with the transistors and the transistor as an amplifier, and then move towards circuits like operational amplifiers and what its advantages. And also we will try to work on digital circuits, not alone analog. We also work on digital, and in addition to that, you also think about basically a sort of control circuits, how that it could be implemented. In addition, the sensors, the fundamental aspect of sensors, how that it is and how the output is going to be. All this, it will be taught about. And in addition, you will also be connected with Arduino, where the fundamental principles of IoTs, it will be made known to you. So this course is about a 9 days course. It is going to be a sort of A, B, C, D in sequence. We handhold you and then finally reach you in end of the day, you will be comfortable about how that you are really be empowered. So that much I guarantee I will give you. And a simple example, if I have to tell, your TV circuit board, if it is given, the input, what it is given, what exactly the output is doing at every stage, how that, what is the characteristics of this aspect, everything is made known to you. So similarly, there is advanced SMD facility. Now the semiconductor facility is the one which people are talking about in India, and semiconductor technology is the one which is upcoming in India. And the fundamental aspect of it, if it is made known, you know how the system works, you know it. And of course, IIT Madras shortly will be trying to bring a fab facility where we will be developing the chip. And in addition to that, we would like to bring in packaging facility. I will also would like to bring in a sort of what you call reliability testing. So these are all the different domains in which the research is happening. And when semiconductor is taught about, there are multiple means. Basically manpower is required. At the same time, the research has to be initiated. So that way, the courses which are initiated by IIT Madras, these are all well focused, highly focused, cater to the requirement. Of course, there is another program exclusively on sensors, right? On sensors, it is provided, and also the fundamental aspect of power electronics. And also exclusively for power electronics, shortly, we are also trying to bring in a course. Probably in the month of January, you will get that course. We are trying to work on with Texas Instruments, where the power electronic circuits will be separately be taught. So for you to go towards power electronics, the fundamental aspect like basics of electronics and leading to IoT, finally, how that this facility has to be synthesized, basically putting in the board level, how that it has to be carried out, and how the electronic chip is going to be, and how the power electronic component is going to work. All that we wanted to make it as a sort of in a module basis we wanted to get in, and that is what the aspiration of IIT Madras to enable the students. And the basic advantage of doing this course in SWAYAM Plus, these courses are recognized by UGC. Credit transfer is possible. For example, if you try to do this course and if you write an exam, you will also get a credit. If you are not writing an exam, we will give you a certificate saying that one thing is what exactly it is, and second one is you have attempted and undergone this course, we will give you a certificate. And if your final exam, if you are writing it, we will also give you a credit. That credit you can use anywhere in the curriculum. And if you go for masters and near match, if it is possible, you can also use for that. It is called academic, it is called ABC. Okay. So it is like accumulating some amount in the bank and then taking it. So this is almost like academic banking credit, basically. So that you can utilize anytime if you go for further studies, or you can use it for your own thing. So there are multiple advantages you have, and that way I personally thank Anna University Placement Cell for enabling the students to know what exactly is SWAYAM Plus. This facility is available exclusively in SWAYAM Plus right now, and make use of it. And the very purpose of having this meeting is, if students are reasonably free during the month of November and December, maybe in the first few weeks of January, IIT Madras would like to enable the facility for the students, for the betterment of the students, bringing in thought process of IIT Madras is, that IITM for all. When we try to talk about IITM for all, here also we wanted to bring in all these aspects. Okay, with this few words, I hope I conveyed the information of importance of this course and how it can be enabler for every individual. I have tried to put it. Okay, try to understand. And if there are any specific questions, probably there are a few speakers who talk about the course. they will give you much more insight to the course, right? And thanks to Kavita madam for enabling this event online, and also the KPMG team for bringing out this event, a successful event for the people. This is just opposite campus, so I personally feel the student should make use of the facility what we are trying to extend for the nation. If you are going to be the first user, the feedback what we get will also enable us to move forward across the country. Hopefully, we try to implement from January 2025 for the nation. Yeah, with this short word note, I just would like to thank you all for listening to my talk. And if you have any specific quick question, I can answer to you. Otherwise, you can listen to the speakers, and you can also ask questions at the end. Thank you. Madam, your voice is not audible.
Thank you so much, Dr. Sarthi. Thank you for the overview of the program. I'll now walk through the courses that we are offering.
I just would like to mention one thing. IITM, this is basically Pravartak is taking a lead on getting everything streamlined. So thanks to Pravartak, IITM Pravartak.
Thank you so much.
That I missed it. I am so sorry.
Yeah. Thank you so much, sir. Not to worry.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, sir, for this overview of Swayam Plus and the programs that we are currently offering. I now take you on through one of the courses, followed by, there are 3 courses, and we'll follow one by one.
Madam, I have another meeting, so I will just log off, and I think you can proceed with your.
We will proceed. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you so much for.
I would like to introduce Dr. Jeevan Das, who is leading the Center Electronics Center at Electrical Science Department. And he will walk us through the advanced electronics manufacturing with power electronics fundamentals through his session. Thank you.
Yeah, good afternoon. Yeah. This advanced electronics manufacturing with power electronics fundamental, mainly to make the students to get the hands-on experience before joining any electronics manufacturing industry. Actually, the course is designed with the exact equipments which are used in the industry at present. Basically the electronic manufacturing will have a certain fundamental components like PCB and the SMT chips and other through-hole components. These need to be assembled on the surface of your PCB, and the PCB need to be done in a very high volume, multiples of volume. So it is actually done through a inline fashion, which will have certain process. Like first, you have to apply what is called a solder paste on the surface of your PCB, and then we have to inspect that PCB paste is correctly applied or not, at correct volume it is applied, and where exactly it need to be applied is actually applied, and then it has to be checked for the correct volume and the area. After that, the component need to be placed by using certain kind of a system or a machine. So once the component is assembled, and then it goes through what is called a reflow process. In the reflow process, the solder liquefies and make the joint to happen on solidifying that. Once the reflow process is over, it will actually check whether all the components are properly assembled or not, all through the inline, right? So what is basically you need to know about is that what is mean by paste, what is mean by printing, how you have to make this printing is happen. Different technologies are used like stencil printing or jet printing kind of. So we need to understand those basics with this course, and then how exactly this printing can be done, and then how exactly you can do this pick and place of the component using a machine, and then how your reflow oven will work, and how you can operate these systems. These are all the focus area on the electronics manufacturing assembly. And then we also give fundamentals about the power electronic switches converters like a DC to DC converter, APFC, and slightly higher circuit like a motor controller, BLDC controller kind of circuitry to make you to understand little on the power electronics. And we also give a considerable amount of emphasis on the embedded system, because most of the embedded system need to be to get any system to be designed, we need to have an embedded system which will have some sensors to be interfaced or your power electronics drives to be interfaced to make it as a complete electronic product. So when it will be really useful for the students to do the project, or you wanted to do the any kind of a product design. So we use with the STM32 processor, which will give a hands-on experiments on these areas. So as I said, the first part is the printing. So this is the inline printing, which is actually available in the industry. The same printing machine, we will give, the students will get the exposure and operate the system, write the code, how it exactly need to be, the paste need to be printed, all will be given in this training. Next one is the so next one is the solder paste inspection. I told you the paste is printed. After that, you need to check for the correct volume of the paste. Excess volume will give you some kind of a bridging, or insufficient volume will give you open circuit kind of thing. So it is necessary to find out whether the correct volume is applied on the PCB or not. So there is a systems available. This is called the SPI, solder paste inspection system. You will be operating the system, and you will able to connect with the PC with the Gerber file to see that your volume of the paste is correct or not. Once that is over, then the next process is the pick and place. So the components will be picked and placed by the machine called the pick and place machine. This is the similar kind of machine will be there in the industry. So you will be doing a programming of this, programming which particular component you have to take it, and which particular component has to be placed on the particular place on the PCB. All you need to program it by using this machine. So you will undergo the training on how to do all this using this machine. And the next is after that, you should be, once the component is placed on the paste, it should be sent through the reflow oven, and then the solder has to be liquefied and solidified to get the proper PCB, assembled PCB out. Okay, so this is what will be done with the reflow soldering technique. So you will be understanding like the thermal profiling and how to do the profiling on the reflow oven. All will be studied in this course. And finally, all the assembled PCB need to be checked by using what is called the AOI, automatic optical inspection system. And the system will check for any missing component or any component which is lifted, or all that will be studied by this. So operating this machine, programming this machine, all you will be learning during this course. Yeah, so you also will be learning how to draw the PCB using the software to get the Gerber file prepared. That training also will be given in this course. And then there is a fundamental power electronics to connect with the DC motor, BLDC motors, or a stepper motor, and DC to DC converters, and all that power electronics circuits will be fabricated by you and tested in the lab. And similarly for STM32, you will be programming it. You transfer the program to the processor and connect it with the interfacing like a sensor or any output devices, and you will checking with the certain experiment in the lab. So this is basically about the course. Thank you very much for it.
So that was about advanced electronics manufacturing. So we will now go to the next course, which is comprehensive electronics and embedded system. So I'll put you on to Ms. Amuda, who will be leading you through this course. Thank you.
Yeah, good evening all. I'm happy to share our course titled Comprehensive Electronics and Embedded Systems, starts from basics to applications. The main objective of this course is to develop the develop the skills on electronic circuits design and analysis, testing and troubleshooting, then handling instruments and measurement techniques, then embedded coding and debugging, then how to incorporate sensors and embedded controller in the effective manner in the projects and project design area. And mainly it enhances the conceptual understanding and analytical ability, and ultimately develops the confidence to tackle any competitive exams and interviews. So after this course, your academic progression can be a post-graduation in any electronics field like applied electronics, electronics instrumentation, or embedded systems. And also it supports the research studies. And the jobs in the electronics field can be a product test engineer, service engineer, quality control, and hardware and embedded system design engineer. So the course is designed in such a way that it's strong emphasis on practical experience with 80% hands-on training and 20% theory, with all theory background or verified with calculations and simulation. So in this course, we used a universal electronics trainer kit designed and developed by the IIT Madras, so that it covers all the area of the electronics, starts from basics, laws, theorems, circuits with passive and active devices, analog and digital electronics, test and measuring instruments, measurement techniques, sensor applications, and Arduino microcontroller coding techniques and applications. Yeah. So we have conducted the courses with engineering students and diploma students and also the job seekers. So one trainer kit is provided to 5 students, so that to pay the attention to every student. Okay. And each experiment is covered with the background theory with design calculations and simulation. Then practically it will be done. The results will be verified also practically. And the design on design calculations and designs on the electronics or analog electronics or digital electronics also can be embedded into the microcontroller with simplified manner, with coding techniques like a pulse width modulation to control the current over the LEDs or any devices. That also can be done through the microcontroller in the simplified manner. That also will be discussed in this course. So why we use this trainer kit? Because already breadboards are available. We can design the circuit over the breadboard. So, but if the students wire the circuit in the breadboard, they can do some mistakes, and also it need so many concentrations without doing any mistakes, and also the loss of components, breakage of components, anything can happen. But in the trainer kit, most of, because all the circuits are built in with minimum wire and jumper connections, all the experiments can be performed. And also it covers so many blocks like analog, digital, sensors. So we can integrate any block to complete to carry out the mini projects also. So now we'll see the brief overview of the Universal Electronics Trainer Kit experiments. So this Universal Electronic Trainer Kit, it has the built-in DC power supply, which generates plus 12 volts, minus 12 volts, and plus 5 volts. And also the variable voltage from 0 to 6 volts. It has the built-in step-down transformer also, which provides 606 volts, so that a student can carry out the experiments of rectifiers, half-wave, full-wave, bridge rectifiers with and without filters. So those can be done. And also it contains a signal generator, which will generate TTL, square, sine, triangle with variation of amplitude and frequency. And it has got the Atmega embedded controller with LCD. Also it is provided. So, and it is incorporated with the input-output devices like push-button switches, toggle switches, LED, relay, and motors. And so many sensors are provided. And it has got a built-in digital panel meter to measure voltage and current. So basically it doesn't need any additional equipment. And also it has built-in digital storage oscilloscope also. So only with additional digital multimeter, a student can perform nearly around 300 experiments through this trainer kit. So here you can see the blocks of the trainer kits with one block with the analog circuit and block B with circuits with transformer, diodes, inner LED, and another blocks with active and passive components, other blocks with the digital circuits, logic gates, timers, and another block with sensors and embedded controller. So here you can see the sensors for the to detect the different parameters like ambient light, infrared light, temperature, magnetic field, and the distance, sound and ultrasound, humidity, etc. So here various experiments can be performed. These are all the different experiments with analog circuits, all the experiments with basic circuits with the passive devices and active devices. And these are all the circuits with MOSFETs, transistors, and RLC resonance transformer performance testing, then capacitors, charging, discharging. So many circuits can be performed using this block. And these are all the digital circuits blocks start from logic gates to combinational circuits and sequential circuits. All can be done through this digital section. And this section contains so many sensors and sensors based Arduino microcontroller starts from basic LED blinking and LCD interface up to the measurement of all the sensor and small smart automation control. All can be done using this section. And finally, end of the course, we'll give you a small mini project also integrating all the blocks of the sections. Thank you. The next course we provide here, this is the application-driven electronics and embedded technology with IoT. This is some advanced level course of the comprehensive electronic course. This is divided into two parts. The first part comprises the comprehensive electronics in same basic electronics circuits, starts from circuit theory, analog circuits, digital circuits, sensors, instrumentation, and Arduino-based experiment that will be done with Universal Electronics Trainer Kit. Then advanced level of IoT applications with like a smart home system and remote control through mobile app and cloud-based IoT platforms, data storage in the cloud, all will be discussed. Finally, it will be ended with PCB design of small project building exercise with the prototype design and PCB design of how to incorporate the microcontroller into the PCB. All will be discussed in this course. Yeah, here the objective of this course is to develop the skills on full electronics, and finally with PCB design in including the microcontroller and product development ideas. This course covers all the basic electronic circuits, analog, digital, and test and measuring instruments, sensors, and applications, and microcontroller with Arduino, PIC, Raspberry Pi, ESP32, and advanced application with remote mobile app control, cloud-based IoT platforms, and mainly then how to select the microcontroller based on the application. Then finally with project design with prototype PCB design, schematic drawing. Okay, so here some advanced sensors will be introduced to measure temperature, humidity, light, sound, water quality, gas, force, pressure, strain, human pulse rate. All the results will be displayed in LCD, OLED, and computer screens. And the controls and activation will be done through push button, matrix, keypads, touch keys, LED relay activation, servo and stepper motor, RFID reader. So all those things will be covered in this course. Again, here, this course, this uses the Universal Electronics Trainer Kit to cover all the electronics part sessions of this course. Then the part to start with the embedded control application, using the same Universal Electronic Trainer Kit, all the Arduino-based application-based experiments will be covered. Starts with like a LED brightness controller, measurement of voltage, temperature, humidity, sound level, and distance measurement, heart rate, capacitance, etc. The main thing is here we'll discuss how to select the embedded controller platform because many embedded controller will be discussed here like PIC, Raspberry Pi, ESP32, Arduino. Then how to select the embedded controller platform based on number of sensors and actuators requirement and power driving capacity, power consumption for continuous data acquisition, data storage memory capacity requirement, number of channel monitoring, then speed, then remote control Wi-Fi Bluetooth requirement, multitasking requirement, security, cost effective. So based on our application requirement, how to select that particular embedded controller, whether it can be a small 8-pin PIC or a 40-pin microcontroller IC. So all will be discussed through this one. So these are all some sample experiments. So you can build your own automatic line tracker with automatic car parking with anti-collision alarm and headlight control. And here how to use the ultrasonic sensors to measure the vehicle speed monitor, then obstacle distance measurement, all can be done in here. And this is the RFID detected attendance entry with automatic room power control when there is no person inside the room. Then mobile app control smart automation systems will be discussed here. And with RTC, real-time clock-based data acquisition system, you can monitor any parameter like weather data or any SCADA system can be designed with cloud storage and data acquisition with SD card storage. Also a strain gauge based instrumentation amplifier with microcontroller LCD display. All this project can be done here by integrating so many blocks of the trainer kits. And this is the smart irrigation automatic water irrigation system used in the agriculture, how to sense the temperature, humidity, soil moisture. Accordingly, water planting can be decided, and this data can be monitored in the remote place through Wi-Fi, and using the cloud storage data can be stored. All these things will be discussed. And finally, any mini projects can be designed. Initially, we'll wire the circuit with breadboard on prototype wiring, then transfer the circuit to the schematic drawing, then to the PCB, and generate the Gerber file. And we can test the system with the already developed board, compare the results. And we'll give you the mini projects also, including IoT. Thank you.
So having understood the three courses which is related to the electronics, electrical, and instrumentation students, I would like to open the floor for any queries, discussions that you would have. So we're looking at the chat box. So in case you have any queries, we are here to address that. I'm looking forward to answer your questions, if any. So I will look forward that in the chat box. Otherwise, whatever we have to say to this stream of students, we have conveyed. So we look forward to your questions, if any. So if there are no questions, I think we are done with this session. So thank you so much. We'll look forward to hearing from you. So you can also connect to Swayam Plus website, and you can contact us through that, or the Pravartak website, wherein you have the support email ID. You can raise any queries through that. We have a couple of dates for each of these courses, which is announced in the website. You can choose to attend them, pick them, register for that, and then look forward to the course. So the courses for the next 3 months, that is November, December, and January, we have announced. So you can look at that and choose to look forward for attending this training program. What I would like to conclude to say is, this is purely a skilling program wherein we are giving you 90% hands-on sessions. So which means the theory is what you've studied in college. We will just run through the theory here, refresh that, and then you will be put onto the floor for the hands-on exposure. The exposures, whatever you have seen here and through the PPT and the explanations that both the faculties have given. So that is how the whole program will flow. And to tell you, the first advanced electronics manufacturing, we had a company which had taken the complete first batch of students. By this, I don't mean to say that we have 100% placements, but we definitely would say, because the semiconductor industry is booming, we are very sure that the industry is looking forward to such skilled professional people. So I am sure the companies are also pipelined, and they will come forward to see deserving students to get opportunities in their place. Okay. Thank you so much. Wishing you all the best.